Hey everybody, Scroft here, back again this week on the farm. I only did half a day yesterday, so I didn't get no footage, but today I'm trying to get a bit more. We've done milking, got a time lapse of it. You can see us all dancing, no music on though, because I can't get an audio in a time lapse, but there's Jay, living the dream, living the dream with Benji, washing down. We've actually just finished milking, so he put the wash cycle on, he's just washing down after. And then Adam, as you can see, he's right out there trying to sort the feed mix out, because when I brought the sheep in, the last group, like brought them around the back and put them in, I noticed that the feed this side looked really small, but which is strange because these get fed first at like 7, and then at 10 the others get fed. I think it's right, or 8 to get fed here. They start the mix around 7, and then on 10 o'clock that side, but it starts about 9, the mix, or something like that. So we've caught it in time so that can do a mix to still feed out at 10 that side, because they got no grub that side. And then this side, you can see, just finishing off the final bit. But it looks like they haven't had much, but they've already they've already ate what they've had this side. It's just that side. Also, this has been cleaned up. So the guys did a cracking job, I think, on Friday. I wasn't in, but Jay and Adam did that, which it looks so much better. Because obviously when we're blowing in like silage into them and straw and everything, sorry, hay, what the hell, what's wrong with me, hay, then obviously it gets everywhere, dust and collects. It's just build up over time, and it's finding the time to do them tidy jobs. It's I guess it might be a job that might become easier in the winter to do, so we'll have to see. But yeah, fingers crossed, you know, can kind of do the other side and make it look pretty good, because it builds up so quick. But it is. And you probably didn't know them before, but them two things there, they actually hold like a mineral additive of some sort. So if you wanted to go into this mix here, they come down that pipe. So if you follow them across, you can see that they're two like hoppers, tiny hoppers for like a mineral additive, cake, anything like that. Well, technically not the cake, because that comes out through that tube at the top there, if you see it. That's the big Collinson's bin that side. We've got 2 Collinson's bins, one just there, that feeds into the parlour. And the second one is for that, so it kind of comes through. That's one entrance. You've got the 2 mineral ones, you got the actual conveyor belt that's from these 2 big hoppers that contain the silage or the hay, basically the main fodder. And you've also got as well, I don't know if you can see it, but you've got a tap that can feed in water as well, so if you want to do water you can. But yeah, it will drop in hay now, I think, first, and then, so it must be 9:30 to start this mix. And the hay comes through a lot slower. You'll see it's like in chunks. So this will go in first, that'll get weighed. You can see it's only actually weighed 25 kg at the moment. And you got Adam over here on his chariot. There you go. That's how it's done. But the thing why he's doing that is because he's putting his weight there to push it a bit more so it feeds across. Say he's pushing up so soon. Benji. So he's helping out. Exactly, I just said that. Means you don't have to push up till later on, when they flick it all. But now I was just explaining to him the way this works, and now that it's been cleaned here, you can see these two little hoppers for mineral and stuff if you put it in. Yeah, exactly. It was just like blended in. It's covered over with stuff, but yeah, it's nice to see that. And then, like I said, you've got water as an option, which we don't use, and then cakes. At the moment, and since I've actually been here, there's been just hay, silage, and then you've got the cake that goes in. And I think they hit a target of 500. Obviously, because the hay's quite dry matter, it's high in dry matter. That's a low amount, but the volume's big. So, it's like, this is going down, sorry. So at the start, it'll say, I need this much in weight, and then it goes down. And then when it hits that 0 mark, it'll switch to silage, which I'll show you in a second. But let me go into the little hut and I'll show you the system. Because I'm learning these bits bit by bit. So if I am on my own, I can obviously help out a bit. Because, yeah, it needs to be done. But look at this. It's like a Hobbit's cupboard. And then in here, you got your computer. And you can see, I'm going to try and get this on camera, hopefully if I can just zoom in. Right, Benji boy, hello, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Benji's come say hello. Right. He's gone again. So you can see, we've got here, this one, start time 5, that 9:21, we changed that, and then the weight of it. So target weight is 400, this is the one at 5. Loading time took 22 minutes to mix. The target weight is 400, and then it gives you the loading errors, the actual weight. We had an issue with this one, and then the actual cost, but the cost isn't set up right. But if you go into, I think, let's have a. So you can see a load of information here. It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not the best at this, but I think there is a way of seeing the recipes. So where's recipe 1? There you go. So you can see recipe 1 here, 400 kg, and you can see that it's buffer 1, and then the target weight, and then buffer 2 target weight. So you've got 32 kg of dry matter, which is technically that's the roughage, which is the hay, and then you've got 296 kilograms of silage, which is the main bulk of it, and then here you've got the cake, which is 72 kg, and that's how it's making up its amount. And yeah, that's pretty much how it's set up. I think they've got a couple of recipes, but mainly they're just using recipe 1. That's what they're using to start. But when we ran out of silage, they did use a lot of obviously hay to make up for it, and just cake. So it was like a sole mix of that. Yeah, and if they ran out of hay as well, then you can imagine it'd just be silage with cake. So I think silage is the most important part, and it's strange because you wouldn't think that from sheep, especially if you're an FS player, because you wouldn't think that silage is something to give to sheep, but they do here because we milk them, and you want them to have the best kind of diet, and it makes a difference. Like I said, when we ran out of silage, I really noticed it. You can see the less coming off the sheep in the parlour, and the same goes for the cake. When we run out of cake, which we actually have done, you can see that it's less. So that's the silage going in now, I think. No, that's still the hay, so it'll be there in a minute, and then it'll switch to silage. So I've timed it perfectly. So it's at 0 now, -1. Adam's just taking some home for his tea. Yeah. So now we switched to silage, because you can see it says feed 2 or buffer 2, and it says 255, 2 whatever. So now what you'll see is the hay stops, and you'll start seeing a bit of silage going through from the other hopper.
Yeah, I think this conveyor might stop for a second. This one never does. I think that one stops for a second.
Does it? Adam was saying it stops for a second, so you know it's switching between.
I think it does. Can't actually remember. You'll start seeing these little spins. They're the 3.
Is this the silage one? I forget.
It's the silage one. Here you go. Stop for a second. Then start again. Then these will start spinning.
Yeah, so we should see a bit of silage coming through. I mean, it's a really handy system, especially if you're out doing something in the field and you can rely on it.
Right.
But I found you can't rely on it because it breaks down, or it's just got a few issues. Yeah.
The silage goes like
Sounds like that needs a bit of WD-40, doesn't it?
Ready for grease.
It does. Do you have to grease them?
No.
No. Do they come in and do that?
Yeah, we're not allowed to grease them.
Don't know if you can hear him. Yeah, he said we're not allowed, really. I guess it's like with their maintenance contract you get.
Contract with that.
How much silage is in right now? Does it need a bit?
There's plenty.
Plenty in.
The corn wall, the malt water,
You're pretty much good for feed then, you just need to put a bit of bedding down, eh?
Yeah. So that floor walks back when it's done, the walking floor in this.
Yeah.
So to begin with, it's steady, and then in a minute, it'll walk the silage back to the propellers.
Yeah.
So in a minute, it'll be flying out.
I get you, so it walks backwards to kind of like get it.
It's only just like that, but it just takes the weight off, so when it kicks them back, it's not trying to fling loads of silage.
Yeah, which is sometimes what I've seen you do with straw blower.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's coming through a bit more, isn't it?
Yeah.
Silage still looking good?
Decent stuff, isn't it?
I know what we saw in the mix end smelled really nice, what was going this side. Looks a bit drier than the other stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, if I keep hanging on to it, numbers up and down on computers, 1 minute they ain't got enough, and another minute they've got loads.
Yeah,
because the male varies in weight.
Yeah.
It's still all on weight, it's not on quantity.
This is definitely drier than the other stuff.
Yeah, this is drier. That's why numbers are back down to like 450.
Yeah. Was this chopped when it was really warm?
Yeah, this was the second lot.
Yeah.
Like them at one point we're having 1,000 kilos of mix a day.
Yeah.
Now they're at 450.
Bloody hell. But that it makes sense
because
because
it's still the same amount of quantity, it's just the silage.
it's the density, isn't it?
The same.
Yeah. It's the volume's the same, but the density's different. But it makes sense because you can see that was when it was really dry out, there wasn't much moisture. Yeah, you didn't get loads of it, but it was all right what you got, it's just not much of it. But you can see the dry match at the start would have been lower anyway.
Them ones we're going to get onto are going to be more dry match because you can see they haven't even sunk.
Yeah.
They haven't even sunk on
No,
the
they
stack.
haven't. These front bales have been there how long now?
3 months.
3 months and they're not sagging. The ones on the other side though, they've sagged, which shows that it's quite wet, doesn't it? And it's heavy.
They're going to be dry.
Yeah.
They're going to be 400 kilo bale.
Yeah. Is it to do with weight or wetness?
Wetness. Because it's the same amount in every bale.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Because when he's baling, he reads off, which I didn't know because you don't know this about FS, and like I've never done baling hands-on. But when you're baling, you get like a readout at the end, like it's almost like a receipt from the person baling, saying this is your average.
The older balers do.
Yeah.
The new Fusion what we've got.
But they basically say, don't they? Like this is your average weight, but you can set it to say we want to hit this. We want to hit this target weight. Is that right?
Yeah.
What would you say is the target weight then for a silage bale?
Depends when you're doing it. If we get something like that. If we get onto wet, sloppy October silage, which is what we're going to do, there'll be a ton of bale.
So you don't want to really put low. So basically, the volume of the bale will look smaller because it's heavier.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. So really, if you've got quite dry silage and you're wrapping it, you can make a big packed bale and cram it in.
They've only sunk. The top bales haven't really sunk.
No.
The weight, obviously.
Yeah.
This is more weight above that.
Yeah. But am I right in thinking that if your first bale, you notice, it's coming off, this is quite dry, this is, I can fit more in, because your bale size is going to be...
I put the same amount in every bale.
Even if...
Just wedge them as much in as possible. I mean, it's a bit different if you're going contracting for somebody and you were wanting a bit more money, but for me, every bale, you're putting like £3 worth of wrap on.
Yeah.
So if you can get away with not putting wrap, if you can go in field and make 70 bloody heavy bales rather than 90 weak bales.
I get you. You're getting paid per bale, aren't you?
I'm getting paid per bale. If you go in and getting paid per bale, you want 90 bales.
So what would
you get more money?
What's your weight then? Because I'm trying to figure out.
If I'm doing them at home for my use, or John here, because you put as much in as you can.
Okay.
Ram them.
So you don't go off weight there. You just fill it.
Yeah, but you can turn the pressure down. You see.
Okay.
You can turn the pressure down there. So if I was to go and bale for somebody who's probably only got a vintage tractor, he doesn't want a ton bale.
No.
He'll not pick it up.
Yeah.
So you go to bale for him and you turn pressure down.
So is that how you adjust the size and the weight, the pressure?
The size is still the same because it's a 4-foot chamber.
Yeah.
It's the pressure. So you can get some A-bales, like my A-bales, you can't put your fingers in it because they're that dense.
Yeah.
You get some A-bales, you can put your hand in it.
Yeah. But what I'm thinking is, you've got the same size, I get it. But
Yeah.
when they sat for a bit, they change size, they go smaller because it's less.
Yeah, because there's less in them.
Yeah.
Veggie.
It's just me trying to.
Because the wrap on them front ones that's gone saggier is like not as tight.
Yeah.
Because the weight has pushed the air out. Where then you can see the wrap's still tight on it.
So really, you don't go off weight.
No.
You go off as much as you can fit into the size bale you've got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most people have got a 4-foot chamber.
Which is like what? Because like on farm sim, right? It's basically like 125s, 150s.
I don't know what.
180s. It's like, I think it's diameter size of the bale or something.
Yeah, it's the width across.
Is
They're
it?
4-foot crosses.
I get you, so it's a bit different. So that's gone down. You can see that it's putting nuts in. Benji, watch out! I'm trying to bite my feet, ladders. I think I'm playing. You can see, I don't know if you can see that, but the nuts are coming in from top. And here's Jay living the dream. Filming the guy who's filming. Oh yeah. Hey everybody. Hey. So yeah, that is basically what's happening now. He's got nuts coming down, final bit. It's on 28. When that goes down, then it's it'll hit the bottom and that'll be done then. It'll mix for a certain amount of time. You can see it's saying cake. And yeah, when it's actually mixed, so basically when the time has gone down, I'm just trying to think. No, when the weight's gone down, how long does it mix for after it's got all the weights? 5 minutes.
You climb up once it's gone on for 5 minutes. You can climb up.
Yeah, because it's a scale. So if I climb up,
it'll stop.
Oh my god, it'll be well over.
Yeah. The most important.
I'll take some out.
They'll be 20 kilos short. So.
Yeah, I know.
It's a bit different, like when they're filling salads, you can put that in.
Yeah.
Because you're not weighing 300 kilos.
Yeah. Are you sure?
280.
280, yeah. No, but basically there's scales there underneath, so if I stand on the ladder now, that'll go down, obviously.
Yeah, the ladder isn't quite as bad as some days. That's one of the worst bits for us.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch it, but that's the way
I get you.
Just slightly off the offer, so it doesn't quite register as bad.
So when that goes down to 0, what we're going to see is like a 5-minute counter.
Yeah,
we'll know it mix. We can go up, have a look at it. It's full. It's had the cake that I showed you. Because I went in the little hut and I showed them the recipe. So they know like the mix and everything. And then
percentages of what goes in.
And then
it looks to stop now.
Yeah. So at half.
A couple of seconds and it'll come up 5 minutes.
What is it? So it started mix at 9:30. At 10 o'clock that'll start dishing out.
Yeah, but it's doing something now. I don't really know what.
Hey! I think he's actually TikTok live in you.
TikTok live.
TikTok live. There you go. There's the timer. So you can see it now, counting down.
Don't drop camera in it.
Yeah, I know. This will be fun. There you go. So you can see it mixing. I probably showed you this before, but 5 minutes now it'll mix in there, and it does a good job, to be honest. So. Trying to figure out if there's an issue with this side. I don't know.
There's not even a time on it. Oh, it's going backwards. No, the time controls are here. So there you choose. So that's over there.
Yeah.
And then over is your ones.
So it's the 10, 20, 10:30, 10:40, 10:50.
It's probably going at 9:36 to these.
Because it only does like 10 minutes to go back and forth at least. How many have you got there?
Quite a lot. You make sure it's empty.
Okay.
It's better to make sure it's empty.
Yeah.
Than it still have something, because like we saw earlier, it won't batch.
Yeah.
And obviously, we were here so we could sort it straight away.
Yeah.
If it doesn't batch at 5 in the morning, we don't find it till after.
Because we've got stuff to, I guess, down at Valley, so we need to make sure this is at least feeding out before we head off. So, yeah. Right, well, we'll see how it gets on.
Straw bales.
You want me to get some straw bales? How many?
I'll bring the shredder around. We'll bring 2 for here first.
Yeah.
Because we can do it before it feeds them.
Okay.
And then we'll have 3 for over that side of it.
With the case?
Yeah.
You want me to bring 2?
I'll come round. We'll get 2 loaded up. Topside shed.
So I'm loading them there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can load another 2 there if you want, and then bring 1 round there.
Okay, so because you're going to go this way, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'll do the 2 down here first before it feeds.
Yeah, and then get another 2 and...
I'll load another 2 there, save you running around.
Radio, yeah.
And then bring 1 round as I come round with 2.
Because you want 3 where, sorry?
On that side.
That side.
They're mucky, aren't they?
I am listening to you. Hey up, bud, you're 8. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, we got a mission then. Looks like we are tasked with getting some straw bales. So, let's do that. I haven't been in the case. Yesterday I did a bit of tanking and I didn't get it on. Not like proper slurry tanking. but technically it is, because it is a slurry tanker. It's just a small one, and it's basically like the wash, because there's an issue with the pump that sends it out to the field because it's an automatic. So we just had to make sure we emptied it because it's getting full. So I think I did one load just while Jay was setting up. Then Jay did 2 loads, and then because I did half a day, I headed off then. So we emptied that out. But it would have been nice to get that, because I actually did a proper tanking, which I actually really enjoyed. I think that and muck spreading is my favourite things, which is strange because, like, yeah, the most muckiest jobs I actually enjoy the most, but it is what it is, I guess. Right, let's get this sorted for him. Two straw bales this side, 3 straw bales at the other side. It is. That door usually stays open, so there you go. That's what the problem was. We got it in the end. Right, I'll try and put you guys here, as always, time lapse it as we're going through, and hopefully you will stay there and can see. I'd love one of these 360 cameras. I've actually been looking at them. They're a bit expensive. There's one from DJI and it looks pretty good, so I might get that sorted out. But yeah, let's do this. Right everybody, right, that's that done. 5 bales in total. The last one I got was 4 high, and I didn't even know if this was supposed to go 4 high, but I did it. Yeah, so I don't even know I was supposed to do that, but I did it. It's worked to the end, so not too bad, not too bad. And Jay was doing a TikTok live. I'm going to put a link in the video description right now to Jay's TikTok page. It's actually to do with fishing mainly, but he's got a bit of stuff on there for farming. So if you're into like fishing or anything, you want to go follow and support Jay, and just, you know, he's just for me, like, if you don't mind doing that, I'd appreciate that. But go check out his TikTok. I'll put a link in the video description, and I'll put the name right now at the bottom of the video so you can go see it. Yeah, I mean, he did a live, which was awesome, because I was recording and he's doing a live, and I'm like, yeah, I just thought that'd be really cool if you actually follow my channel and follow these vlogs, and you can see every now and again if Jay does a live, me like kind of recording him as it's happening. And I thought that'd be like, yeah, just kind of unique in a way, but not too bad. 5 bales done. don't know what the next job is. He's getting some straw baling, he's getting some straw baling done in there. I don't know if you can just see that. He's in there. First, he did it one in the edge there, so like half of the third one was like at the edge here, and then he'll put 2 down there and 2 down there. So they've basically had 2.5 in each, really. So I get what he was doing now. I thought he was going to put 3 in one, and then 2 in the other, but kind of should have picked that up. But it's because it's wet, you know, it's more wet. The weather's obviously more mucky now and stuff, so they're going to need more bedding, aren't they? So I get why. Makes sense eventually. It just takes me a while to click on to things. You know, it's, it doesn't matter how long you've worked here. It's all like, I'm still asking a million questions. Alright, that's that done. So I'll wait for him to sort that out, and then we'll go from there. Just notice as well, there's not much cake in that bin. There's hardly any at all. And the other one, bloody hell, the other one's got, yeah, pretty much nothing in. Well, it has got nothing in. We're not putting any cake into the parlour at the moment. So as you can imagine, milking sheep at the moment is just not the best, because they just don't want. They're not stupid basically, and they think after a couple of times they think, wait a minute, where's the cake? Why am I running in anymore? So yeah, but you can see it just up there. That's probably only about there, because that one there is completely empty. If you can see that one, so it's probably only about there. There's a few bags left, and the farm owner John and Heather, his wife, they come down every day and fill up about 20 bags, about 20 kilogram, 25 kilogram bags every day to go feed up to the lambs and the young stock up at Valley. So yeah, there's I mean, it's my last day this week, but I guarantee you if these don't get filled up, that's going to be empty by tomorrow morning, and that one's completely empty. It's something that we remind John about a lot, but I guess it's like when you order it, you got to wait and see how long it can come, and I think it's just trying to get in a good rhythm of it, I imagine. But I don't know how it works. But that's 2 times now we've run out of cake in a row, so we really need to get more efficient with that, in my opinion. Just because, you know, it affects the quantity of milk we're getting. You can see the dip in performance on the sheep when they're not having the cake. And luckily they're still having it in their feed, but they're not getting it twice a day. And if that one goes down, then they're not even getting it any time. So they've gone from like twice a day to having none. So yeah, it's something that probably needs getting. You know, we need to get like a recurring order on the go, kind of figure out how long it lasts, and then set up if that was a thing. I don't even know if that's a thing, but that's my advice. Anyway, I'll see what the next job is. I haven't got a clue, but I think I'm going up to Valley. But I'm going to carry on getting the camera out, keep thinking of Ramwolf and everybody from the video that I did for just last, you know, the last video, just putting some random footage together. To be honest, didn't really make sense, but yeah, keep thinking of his comment saying that, you know, he's feeling unwell and he watched it and it's like a medicine to him. So I'm going to have to just keep remembering, yes, I'm busy, but get the camera, even if I put the camera down to one side and it's just like a time lapse of me working, it's better than nothing. And it's not just for Ramwolf as well, it's for everybody that wants to watch me in this journey, me learning farming. Everybody that put in the, you know, I saw loads of comments in that video of people saying that, you know, they're enjoying the process of it and enjoying following along. You know, it is a journey and they're with me on it. And honestly, I really appreciate that, because you guys have given me some tips, for one, that I've actually taken into it. Like, I remember struggling with baling, like I've just picked up straw bales like that, no issue. And when I was loading that bale trailer with straw bales, you know, they slide on the surface of the bale trailer. Back in the day when I first started and I was struggling, I would have knocked them off, and I've done it before. So to see the difference now, and that's down to one person really, in all the comments as well. I had some comments of people suggesting like do it this way, but one person sent me a video in Discord of him loading up bales and actually put it in one of the videos and showed me a technique, and I actually took it straight away and tried it, and the next time I did it was just like it clicked. And I really appreciate things like that. Any farmer out there got tips for me, advice, anything, I'm always going to listen. I'm never going to shun that away, because I don't know anything, let's be honest. I started here as a complete noob, and the only thing I knew about farming was on paper. It was working in laboratories, you know, the mineral side of it, and doing analysis basically on feed and stuff, and even in a dairy working, testing the milk there. So I've never had hands-on farming experience, so this is the first time. The only other experience you could say, and it does help, trust me it does, is Farming Simulator. Yes, it's not fully realistic, let's be honest. I wish for lots of other realistic aspects to that game to be included. Almost crave for it, because it's just, I think that's my play style. But I understand that some people aren't going to be suited to that. So if it's too complicated, too realistic, some people aren't going to buy the game, and I get it. Giants are a business, whatever. I get it. I do wish that they kind of catered to both sides, though, and maybe put like a hard mode or survival mode where it was more realistic, or even a DLC expansion that expanded out that side of the game, and it was an option to buy if you're interested. Even, you know, have a dedicated team once a year that builds that side to the game and adds on for players that are interested. I know a lot of people wouldn't mind paying £15 on top of the game to get that extra, because they know how many hours they're going to put into it. So yeah, it's something I crave, but still, even with it not being that realistic, and there's still a lot of things in there that teach you about the basics of farming and what to do and stuff. And it's helped me. It's definitely helped me having some basic knowledge. And also, if you use a steering wheel and you're doing reversing, or a steering wheel and a tractor in the game, I guarantee you jumping in a tractor, it helps so much, especially with reversing. Because I'll never forget that first time. When I started, Adam was off for 2 weeks, and he saw me reverse for the first time. When he came back in, he was like, okay, I can work with this guy, he can actually reverse a trailer. And the other reason I could do that was from FS. I've never done it before. Never even had a car that's had like a box on the back or anything. So it was the first time I'd ever reversed anything like that. And, you know, I think it was a straw blower on a tractor. So, you know, and then since I've reversed trailers, muck spreaders, you know, you name it, I've done most of it. That tanker the other day, yesterday, and yeah, it really did help. So if say you're a young lad now and you want to go into farming, and you're 14, 15, and you watch the channel because you're an FS fan, get yourself a steering wheel, you know, or if you've already got one, or play on the PlayStation with one, or whatever it is, it will help you. It will help you if that's what you want to go and do, and you want to go work as a farmhand. I guarantee it will help you. That's the tanker I was doing yesterday. You've seen it before on the channel, but it is very small, old tanker. It's seen better days, but for what they use here, it's perfect. It's just a small little tanker that does the job, and we can kind of send out the wash. It's more like a wash down from the parlour. Yes, it's got muck in it. Yes, it shouldn't be going down the drain. So we put it on the fields, but when it comes out, it's not thick, it's not sludgy, it's not like slurry. It's basically just like a wash down water. So yeah, that's what I used yesterday. I enjoyed it, really did. Anyway, I'll cut back in when I'm at Valley, or wherever the next task is, or the next job takes me. Hey everybody, Scroft here, right at the end of the video. I'm actually at home in my man cave doing some editing of this video you're watching now. And yeah, it was a bit of a strange one. I went down to Valley with Adam and Jay, and we didn't do much. There was no reason for me to get my camera. It wasn't like I didn't get the footage. It's just we moved a few teaser rams and put 2 in out in the field, and then put 2 back into the shed, and then that was it. We went home. And it's been that kind of week for me on the farm. The first day I did half a day, and the second day, yeah, I pretty much did around the same time. I just wasn't as busy, and yeah, so I just thought I'd cut back in, give you a bit of an update of why it's going to end. Now, I did have a plan though. The plan was to go and do a bit of hedge cutting with Adam on Saturday, so I could like put that in right before and get the video out on Sunday. But the problem is I've got a few plans with the family on Saturday, so I couldn't quite make it and get back in time and then do all that. So yeah, fortunately the video is going to end here, and hopefully next week I'll get some proper footage, and yeah, we can probably get some good stuff going on, hopefully, fingers crossed. But it's getting to that time of year, isn't it? We're hitting autumn, the weather's changing, it's getting colder, rain's out and about, and I think hedge cutting is going to be a thing though, so that's going to be interesting to do. I also want to get a bit more hands-on with things like foot trimming and seeing that in action. I need to gain confidence for that, because it's one of the things I feel like I probably need to be thrown in at the deep end, but I don't want that, if you know what I'm saying, because I don't want to hurt an animal. Just really, I don't know, I'm nervous about anything like that. It's like with doing lambing and stuff like that. I'm nervous, and I'm not afraid to say this. I'm not ashamed of saying this. I am nervous of doing something wrong that's going to affect the life of an animal. I'd rather someone with capable hands to take control of that. But at the same time, I've got to learn. And I've got to gain that confidence and gain that kind of experience to then feel competent at it. and you only do that by giving it a go. So I think the best way for me to do it with the foot trimming is watch Adam a few times, gain a bit of confidence, try and take it in by watching it happen and asking as many questions as I can, and then maybe having a go on one which is not a bad foot, just needs maybe a bit trimming back, and kind of starting off there, and then, you know, getting to the point hopefully one day where when a sheep's got a really bad foot and it needs, you know, quite a lot of treatment, jabbing, antibiotics, all that good stuff, then I can feel confident that I can go and help that sheep out. Because at the moment I'm looking at a sheep seeing that it's lame, because it happens everywhere. Every farm will have lame animals, and there's only a few. It's not like there's loads or anything, there's just a few. But yeah, I'm seeing it happen, and then I'm going to Adam like, Adam, there's a bad sheep there, it needs, you know, it's lame, it needs a bit of treatment, and so on. So I'd like to be able to not, you know, put my hand up and say, Adam or Jay or whoever, just get on with it and sort it out. But I'll get there in time. That's the thing that I'm moving to. It's a slow process because I do 2 days a week. This week it's like I've only done 1 day a week, because it's like 2 half days. But I have been busy. You know, life can be like that at times, and prioritising what I'm doing. But I'm in the room now. I'm actually getting set up for the farm. I'm going to start recording that soon. But I just wanted to give you an idea why the video's just ended so abruptly, and it doesn't make much sense, so that's why. But as always, I really appreciate you watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. Hopefully you're enjoying the journey that I'm on. If you are, give it a thumbs up for me. Let me know in the comments section what you'd like to see. I've been thinking about that recently. Like, what would you like to see? I have got a plan at some point to go around the creamy, which is right on the other side, you know, of the parlour. So it's right next to us, and that's a big. I think you'll be impressed by the scale of it. They've got such a good setup to make the cheese, quite professional. Almost looks like you're inside a factory at that point. It's yeah, very impressive. So I've got a plan to show that off. I'll show some hedge trimming off, anything like that. Any new job I take on, I'll always show, and even the current ones, you know, if I get out doing muck spreading, tankering, anything that I can, just as long as I remember to pick up my camera, I can add it in. But let me know in the comment section what you think. Yeah, I'd appreciate that, because I can add it to like a list to make a few ideas of what I need to kind of get into the videos as I'm learning. But really, you're just following me as I'm going through it. There's no plan normally of what I'm recording. It's literally what's on today. Right, let's record it. Let's see what it's like a day on the farm, basically working as a farmhand. But yeah, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you, everybody.